Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Satisfactory, and yes, we're gonna continue with it. And I've done a few little things, not a lot, but a few little things. Like for one, you can see the first, let's say, inklings of a to-do list. I put down biofuel generator factory, new limestone concrete factory, MAM exploration, and half of tier 2. That is the things that I wanna have done today. Can we get that far? I don't know. We're gonna try. And the other thing I did is that, well, I made the location for the biofuel generator factory. I mean that I didn't place the factory on it. I just put the start of the floor down. So this is where we're gonna build it. At least the intention of building it. Let's hope it's big enough for what we want to do. Basically, I want to have like an automated factory that we can just have two boxes where I put leaves and logs in, wood, and it will make the fuel that we need. But to do that, we also want to unlock the milestone obstacle clearing, so we can instantly upgrade also to solid biofuel, which is a better fuel source to use for our generators, and of course for what we're gonna get while we unlock the obstacle clearing. But you will see that in a moment. The other thing is, we were talking about the last episode about having the limestone new factory over there, over the mountain range, which, this to say, the node there, not bad, but I was just walking around shooting some footage for another video, just as a background thing, and I saw two limestone deposits that I thought, hey, this might actually be a really good location to make a concrete factory, because we have done a normal and an impure next to each other, which will make for some beautiful music. So one of it is under here. You might not be able to see it, but it's definitely there. And the other one is at the end of there. So we can put a miner there, miner here, let them come together, and then create the concrete that we want. Potentially two, and then straight into the box, which will provide us with whatever we need at a much faster pace than our old factory. But for now, let's go back to base, get the obstacle clearing unlocked, and then start building our biofuel generator factory. And I'm hoping that we have enough fuel in our current biofuel generators so we can keep working on it while the machine is tirelessly working. And the goal, of course, is when we're done, we can fill these machines, let them work, connect it to the main network, and disassemble the ones we have here on the ground. Because then we have separated from the entire hole. Alright. Let's see, do we have everything with us to unlock the milestone? I think we do.
Milestone reached. Solid biofuel, created from any biomass, ensures maximum efficiency of biomass burners. To aid in biofuel production, the chainsaw allows for the removal of tougher wood and coral foliage. Additionally, your pocket dimension has been inflated to increase inventory size. Inspirational note: will you be the Fix-It Employee of the Month? You could be, if you construct, automate, explore and exploit by eliminating all obstacles to efficiency. This isn't just fun, it's contractually mandated fun, fun, fun.
Fun, fun, fun. Yes. Yes, we will have fun while we are busy. Make it efficient as best as we can. Will it be Employee of the Month? On this planet? Most definitely. Anywhere else in the galaxy? Probably not. Alright, I think it's time for us to get started. I haven't fully thought out on how I want to put this down. I have a general idea of it. So let's use that as a nice old starting point. Put it all here in the middle. So these will be our feeders. One for wood, one for leaves. Didn't put them on the same distance, and there's one of those things that I do want to do just to make it a little bit more uniform. We could also attach them together though. Oh, damn, I want to try and jump on you. Okay, so we're a little bit closer together so they can work together. Yes, that's better. Alright, so these two will be fed, and they will both be fed into a constructor for their own purposes. Having said that, have I brought the resource to that? Yes, good. Okay, so let's start on working here. I think this is a good display, a place as any. Of course, we want straight lines, because it looks a little bit more beautiful. And I can already see that there is a good chance that we'll need some extra room, but that's okay. So, biomass leaves and biomass wood. Meaning we will be able to create biomass now. Then comes the next part of the entire thing. And that is that we will combine both of these onto the same line by having a merger. And we'll put it here. A little bit away. So the biomass that comes out are both the same type of biomass, even if they come from different sources, so that they can go together into one single constructor for the next part of our journey. It's going to be learning how to jump apparently. Come on, you got this. And that is the solid biofuel. So basically we are two separate resources making one and the same project, going into one constructor, creating the biofuel. And now is where the fun really starts. Now we're going to use that biofuel. And we're going to use it by going through the middle here. And now comes the part if we need an extra line here for the flooring. I think we need to. Really, dude? You always want to be part of the problem, isn't it? Yeah, go away. So, here we're going to place an indirect line all the way to the end. Might as well place it now, hopefully straight. If not, we can adjust it later on. It's not straight, isn't it? You got a little kink here in the end. No, that's gonna annoy me. Is it because I turned on a kink and didn't come out right? Maybe. Then we're just not gonna make it straight. Then it will work itself out, definitely. Okay, so what we can do, we have an entire line of biofuel coming out. We're gonna split it off to multiple generators to the side, and in the end we want to turn back around in on itself. And having said that, how do we want to do that? Because the best thing we want to do is that we want to end it up into a box that we can then fill up if the lines are full, but then also in the same process still being used to fed everything. So, do we want this to go through a box before we start distributing it everywhere? It's actually not a bad idea. So, where do we want to have the box? And I'm just trying to take you all through my thought process here, because I thought that might be interesting. So let's get a box, and later on we can upgrade these boxes to a bigger one. Okay, so if we wanted to go into the box, we need to have room so the line can be attached to it. So you put it here, we can pull it out and also use it again. Or do you want to turn it around that it goes in here and up to another round? So very curious on how I can do that best. Because the box, it doesn't need to be at the beginning, it could be on the end. Because if it's a closed circuit, a circle all the way around that passes through the box, it will accumulate if the line gets backed up. It will stuck up in the box. So we could technically, if we, let's place it down just to have it visually in my head. So we know that this is the end of, is the exit. So if we place one here, turn it around, and we place it here. So where's at? Let me see. Yeah. Oh, because of the constructor is a little bit encroaching on that place, so that's where it's gonna be too. That's fine. Do wanna place it a little bit on the same line. So then we have two. We're doing the same thing here. Now the question comes, will 6 be in... Well, technically speaking, we have 8 if we do this. Just 2 that are not automatically filled. I mean with that, we have the 2 on our main building that will always be there to work with us. Okay, good. So it comes here through the line. And yes, we could move them a little bit closer to save up on a bit of space. I think that's fine. Yeah, and now you come in the problem that I already have. So where do we come back into the line? I think I will remove this one, and that means that here is where we put it back on the line. Meaning that if we want a bit more, we'll have to place a few extra foundations. And I will remove everything that's access. And just a reminder that like these are like early stages type of stuff. This will later not be turned into a factory. This might be turned into a monument at best, as how we used to do it back in the day. Good. Then I can just turn around. And then if you put the box here, put it a little bit in the middle between the entire line. Yeah, and then we have enough length in the conveyor belt as well that if we want to change this, if we want to change the line like into like a bigger storage, or build some more thing here to make something else of those solid biofuel, then we have the room to do so. And I feel like this line we can remove for now. Right, I think that should work. Let's hope it doesn't catch up with me, because we do need a splitter and a merger coming in. Let's see first. Because if we do, we want it to be split here. So it moves on to the next. Let's do it like this. Let's see, is this technically it's straight. It is actually straight. Alright. Well, you're in. Put your bottom over here. Alrighty then. Let's go around the corner. And into the box. Good. And that will be our roundabout. This should work in my head. Now let's put down all the other stuff that we need to get this party started. Everything needs to be connected. Do we want that in the middle or at the back? Well, all the attachments are in the middle, so we might as well put that here as well. So that way we can have it attached. Do we want a last one there? Because we can then two. Should be enough? Guess we'll have to see. Yes, it's enough to have that attached to each other. Nice. Right, now we have to get the line out of here. I think the only thing we have left to do now is put it into the network. And I think I already made a lot of these here. So already putting some end result in. Just to get it to work. Okay, this line is totally full. I will clean it up later. For now, I just want it on the network. It's on the network. It's on. So yeah, so in between the episode, I will stock up on, well, leaves and wood. The only thing that I'm seeing now that I start working with this is we could have added another box in between, where we put in the mid-stage biofuel. On the other hand, we don't have to make it now. We can just go straight into the boxes with the basis of it. I'll think about it, but I think it works nicely. And if we do want to add it, we could put a box in it, but nah, I think it's good. Yeah. Let's have to unload this and let it be made. Okay, so the first one is already being fed, and it's... Wait. Ha ha ha, I see you. I see you. Ah. Yeah, you're stealing all my resources. Need to be distributed. Good. So slowly they will all be filled. They will start powering up. They get new logs when the power gets down. And everything that's left over in the end will go fill up in the box. So if we want to know if we have enough for the time being, this is filled up. And we can use it like the way it is right now until we get to the next fuel source, which will be coal, hopefully. But that's pretty far away. This will work for the moment. Good. And like I said, I will work on it later. Let's fill this up with our remainder. And in between the episodes, as I fill up the rest of that, we can disconnect these two. Alright, good. Biofuel factory done. So let's see, what kind of thing can we unlock right now? Parts assembly, resource sync program, logistics. Ooh, wait. Oh yes, MAM. We haven't placed the MAM yet. Yes, let's play around with that. Good. Ooh. No, just gonna place it. We can put it next to here for the time being. Yes, a brilliant station where we can get new recipes by exploring, finding crash sites, and picking which one we want, and by unlocking stuff. So I have collected some of the things here. Let's put it all in our inventory just to play around with it. Let's see what we can do right now already. We got the Hawk.
The remains researched belong to an organism now dubbed the fluffy-tailed hog. It has many characteristics that would likely classify it among the Suidae family were it native to Earth. Hog remains can now be made into alien protein, and additional research may reveal options for improving pioneer safety during exploration.
Yes, and we definitely need to find the ottoman. I think these are the spiders. These are the flies. Ah, the spitters. Yes, of course. Almost forgot about you. And then we can go to the bottom, which this one, the expanded tool belt, and the rebar gun are two that are very interesting indeed. This, of course, for exploration later, definitely. But this for damaging more damage to enemies, having a gun, and of course always an extra hand slot. Let's see, nutrients. We have nuts.
This fruit, dubbed the barrel nut after its distinctive color, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available.
Yes, it is. And 2 objects we aren't making yet, so we can unlock this one for now.
This fruit, dubbed the paleberry due to its tendency to stay light in color even when ripe, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available.
Definitely. Bacon. Yeah, we haven't come across it yet, as far as I know, but they are around everywhere, and we'll learn it once we found it. And this, once we have the modular frames and the pipes, of course we unlock this and whatever is on this. Power slugs. Yes, interesting. Gives a whole new option.
This semi-slug, now dubbed Power Slug, is early in its life cycle and has retained only part of its potential energy storage capacity, giving it its blue color. Power slugs are capable of extracting latent energy from their surroundings, including through a form of photosynthesis, and preserve it in their porous semi-crystalline shell over their lifetime. This explains why they rarely move after having found a suitable location.
Unless we rip them from their home and take them with us to be processed into power. Alright. Not enough... Oh, we're almost out of pipes. Let's pick some up, shall we? Because the more we can unlock, the better. Because you can see here, like, classified phenomena, unknown metal, fungus-like object, crystalline mineral chemical elements. So many stuff that we all want to have unlocked if we can.
Power slugs extract latent energy from their surroundings to sustain themselves. By tuning the object scanner to the particular potential energy signature, it is now able to locate them against the background environmental static.
Right, good. And overclocking, that's gonna be fun and important later on. Let's make one power shard, which we can. So we can unlock it. But overclock can supercharge certain things that we are gonna make later on. And it helps us with balancing certain automation of the factory.
Overclocking development completed. Power shards can now be inserted into all buildings to increase input and output speed. Underclocking is also possible. Note: power consumption of overclocked buildings increases exponentially.
Yes, but what she doesn't tell you is the other part that's almost equally as important. If you underclock it, you use less power. Meaning that if a factory just don't use 1% of its capacity, you can scale it down to what it actually uses and use the rest of the power somewhere else. Which you don't want to be in a situation that's mandatory because you're just low on power in general. But you can do that. Alright, let's pick up some resources and start making our new limestone concrete factory. Wait, do we have... Oh, we have 570 concrete still. That's good. Let's get some this extra stash of screws. I already got the two mini portable miners that we can use for that. And hopefully the power we're generating right now will last at least until the end of the episode. And like I said, in between I will gather us some more. Just so that it can keep on going. Alright, now let's hope that the platforms we put in here aren't too high. Alright, concrete. We need miners. Yes, thank you. Perfect. Does it fit? It's not totally straight, is it? Ah, that's better. Alright. Because I do want to have it as straight as I can on the world grid. Because it makes it easier to balance out the lines. Well, at least visually speaking. Alright, let's pick you up and take you with us. Let's not make it straight, not make it curve. This default, do we want to... straighten out straight away. Well. Good, and that's the other one, so now they're close together. Having said that, I didn't even recheck how much we make here. I think one is normal, the other is impure. Yes, 30 and 60 will make 90 at the moment. Yes, which is nice for the following reason. Let's climb up a little bit higher so it's easier to have a bit of an heightened view. Because it means that we can use 2 constructors in order to fill the bill, if you know what I mean. Like, a constructor uses 45 limestone to fully process things. 60, you just have a little bit left. 30 is a little bit too low, but combine it together with 90 divided by 2, we can use those 2 constructors to make what we want. So let's put them close together. Because what we want to merge the line first and then split it again. Yes, let's put it here. And here. Oh, what the hell are you trying to do there, game? No, don't go back. I said I wanted it here. Why are you doing that? Thank you. Alright, then here we can place our merger in the middle. Ah, I wish I could just jump on top of that straight away. And then we can split it here once again. Let's see. Okay, good. And that should do it. That will make the things we want. So you can make a constructor for limestone concrete. Yep. And the only thing we need to do is put up some poles so they can work on it. So where do we want to store it? Doesn't really matter, there's enough room here for everybody. But I want to have easy access to it. So we can take it out whenever we want and we can upgrade it later on if we so please. Merger. Let's get the line over to our other tenants. Now just to put it on the grid. And then our limestone concrete factory thingy should be done. And later on we'll make roads and everything together, make it into an enclosed factory. But that is not for now, that is for later. We're gonna clean everything up. The thing we need most is we need to unlock more things to build, more diversity, like different kinds of walls, materials, everything like that. Yeah, I want this cable to go around the poisonous mist. Nope. Can we? Of course not. Yeah, later on we're gonna get the ability to attach a lot more to the same lines. Also making it a lot more easier to make things look more clean. Well, that is our concrete factory. This one was actually pretty decently quick. Just need to make sure that everything's working back there. You don't want to come back in like an hour or so and then realize, hey, why am I not making anything? I want to see you both come in. Yeah, there you are. And when it's all backed up, they will even each other out and make it giving us a total of 30 concrete per minute. Doesn't sound a lot, but it's a great start. And the other factory we have, the other one that's making concrete for now, we'll leave it. We just let it run. Why not? Doesn't matter. Later on we can designate it for something else or put the limestone we created from it into another factory. Why not? We have the options. Alright, that's at least the 3 things done on my list. So half of tier 2. Just half. Do we have room for more? Because I think for the rest we might need to finally start finishing off automating our reinforced plates. And when we unlock our next factory option, which we need to make those plates, we also have options for other things as well. Yes, you're not part of the show. Yeah. Alright, and that's this. We get the assembler. With it, we get also copper sheet, rotors, modular frame, and smart plating. Smart plating is what we need for a very important project assembly. I'm not going to automate that part. This is probably going to be like a manual feeding factory thing for the time being. But these 3 we definitely want to make. And we want to see if we have enough copper at our wire and cable location, if we can make the sheets there as well, or if we need to find a secondary source of copper, which there are plenty around in this area. So for this we have everything here. We love to make the sync program. Ooh, we should be able to do that as well. Ooh, upgrade customizer. We can make colors. Awesome. And we could do this, but I think it would be nicer if we have the factory to make the reinforced plate. Do not feel like making 51s by hand. Definitely not. And this one I would like to have a factory to make rotors too. So let's do this. And on the next one we're gonna make our assembly lines for rotors and reinforced plates, and make use of the sink. I think that starting making points with that unlocks the shop, which unlocks new buildables that will help us go towards building those factories. Love it. We're making some steady progress here. Do I have everything I need? Nope, we are running out of cable. What do we need for the next one? This we can all get, like, so I'll make an extra bit of wire. I'm going there. Alright, so let's stock up on what we're missing. Well, that should do us for what we need for the part assembly. Well, let's upgrade.
Milestone reached. The assembler can produce more complex parts, including the first project part, smart plating, which is crucial for initiating project assembly. Project parts must be delivered to the space elevator. By completing your contracted duties as part of project assembly, you will definitely be helping achieve Fix-It Company goals without any other ulterior motive. Note, humans cannot craft project parts. Do not worry about your inadequate crafting skill when compared to an assembler. Fix-It cherishes your innate human abilities, such as walking, striking objects, and commodifying natural resources.
And making the actual factories that make those type of things. Yes, thank you. Alright, so well, this is out. It's going to be gone for 5 minutes. Let's activate the sync program. Can we already fill everything? No, it has to be returned, which is logical. You cannot fill the pod when a pod ain't here. Alright, then I guess we'll just wait 5 minutes. Ooh. I found something interesting, and yes, in the background the lander is just coming back in. Perfect timing.
Hums a resonance song. Play for us.
Yes, our first Mercer sphere. Awesome.
The astrobiologist Dr. D.M. Mercer was the first to recognize the presence and probable nature of these alien artifacts. These chain-melted state spheres are named in his honor. Each sphere emits a unique signal. Research it in the MAM to establish locally appropriate classification and application.
Oh, we definitely will. I promise you that. I think this one was the leaves, and the other one was for the wood. Do your thing. Alright. So we now have a Mercer sphere we can put in our research station, and we can start collecting all across the world because we're gonna need a lot of them. Technology. Ooh. Samsonite.
Mercer sphere analysis completed. Established local planetary signature of massage 2, AB, B, in the local Mercer sphere signals, allowing them to be tracked by the object scanner. Mercer spheres can also transmit data between specific.
Witness our scripture, witness our windows. Have you come to defile our shrine? Sing us a song.
Arguing the existence of intelligent alien life. While Fixit has figured out the method, all of the original data is still untranslatable.
Yes, alien technology with aliens trying to hack us. Awesome, just what we like to see. And what do we get with that? Research. That's what it is, isn't it? So then we know what it is. You're always scannable. Same thing with we get a summer soup, that we can scan it, and if we find Sam, then we can scan it. And we want to go all the way to unlock everything here because it's going to be extremely useful, I'm sure. Alright, having done that, let's fill up our Sync research station. And send it off once again.
Milestone reached. You have been given access to the anti-waste effort for stress testing of materials on Exoplanet's bonus program, also known as AWESOME. Your awesome input allows Fixit to comprehend our amazing universe more clearly. In appreciation of this, we have generously set up an internal, closed economy with exclusive rewards and currency. Directing parts of varying quantity and complexity into the awesome resource sink will grant Fixit coupons. These coupons can be redeemed in the awesome shop for highly desirable items such as new foundations, walls, factory attachments, cosmetics, parts, and more. Next time you have additional resources, just remember to go that extra kilometer. Go awesome.
Yes, we'll definitely go awesome. And we're gonna use that a lot to generate a lot of points and buy a lot of things for the shop. Because, like she said, it gives us factory parts, cosmetics, all those juicy parts we need. Yes, and of course, when the factory grows bigger, we'll have more resources. We can use those resources to use those extra parts to build something big and beautiful, which we definitely will. But for now, I think we've done everything we set out to do for today. So let's leave it at that. On the next one, we'll start, I think, breaking this part of the factory all the way up. Put some foundations down and use all 3 nodes, well, to rebuild our factory. Making sheets, poles, well, screws, reinforced sheets, plates, rotors, and everything we need. We also need to decide where do we want to make our copper sheets, because we have 30 copper there left that we can use for anything. We can say we want to keep that for our wire and cable factory, so we can ramp it up if we need more, and then find somewhere else to put on the sheet. But then we have to find another copper node, which it should be out there somewhere. So that's for what we're gonna decide on next time. So for now, I wish you a great night, morning, day, wherever you are, and if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time, because we got so much more to show you. Until then, bye bye.